fire donkey. Thank you. We'll meet someone.
Good evening, fam, and happy Wednesday. Our latest will be about former President Jacob Zuma and Julius Malema, as well as the state of this country. Let's follow up on that. For many years, South Africans and the world were made to believe that Zuma was problematic. Under his leadership, a lot happened. He was called all sorts of names by various NGOs within SA, prominent people, and several political parties. The failure of this country, including its weak currency, was blamed on him. Recently, it was revealed that Zuma was actually innocent for some of the things he was accused about during his period in the office. Big banks within SA and globally were exposed recently that they collided to manipulate the rand in order for Zuma to step down as the president. Sadly, the dishonesty of these banks didn't just affect Zuma's presidency, but SA citizens also felt the pinch as food prices, fuel prices, and everything else skyrocketed. Following all of this, here are some of the comments that came from social media. This user said, "This woman here, Maria Ramos, only apologized for role of ABSA SA in manipulating the rent in their bid for regime change and outing of Jacob Zuma. There was no outcry and no noise was made. This is treason and people should have been arrested already." Some of the big banks that are involved allegedly include ABSA, Standard Bank, Nedbank, FNB, as well as Investec. And sadly, this whole thing affected many South Africans in many ways and many forms. There were just so many of such comments on Twitter, and many other people also said they really miss Zuma because they believe that life was really better under his leadership. Moving along, some of the SA citizens don't really believe that Malema has what it takes to lead this country. Listen to what this gentleman said about Malema's leadership in the next slide. Please remember to also leave your comments down below and let us know of your take regarding all that we've covered. And that's all we have for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again in the next update. Bye.
Hey, good morning, South Africa. I remember one day somebody said, if you want to futsek, we don't need you here. I've never heard in my life somebody who is ambitious and so optimistic to become a country's president talking like that. Never. You go to Peter Mukaba, Nelson Mandela, you can name them back then. Even the Oliver Tambos, they never ushered a word futsek, because they know that at the end of the day, they need those people to vote for them. So anyway, the ball is in your court, guys. You can decide, is this a proper leader or just a a person who's running his mouth wherever or whenever he feels like saying anything he does. Futsek. If you want to futsek. We don't care. And then 4 or 5 hours down the line, we are representing the people here. We are concerned about the poorest of the poor. But 5 hours back then, you said futsek. If you want to leave, leave. We don't care.